Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, Mariak. Welcome to the RecentPast podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I am having you after like a whole year of I've done a whole year without recording. I've just been running around. So it's good to be back. I think I'll start probably by I think for the benefit of our audience, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Normally, when I come to such interviews, I don't really have much of an introduction. My name is Mariak Bol. I'm a journalist in Juba, South Sudan. I think that is all.
I mean, that's very interesting. A lot of I think it's fair to say, like, I think a lot of people, I don't know, at least probably the people who are a lot of people don't know you that much.
Yeah, this is because I'm not the type that likes the limelight. I don't like being in the public face that much. So yeah.
Because a lot of times I have to tell them, hey, this is the guy for the Hot in Juba. People are like, oh, this is the guy for the Hot in Juba. Yeah, because you're not. Even your personal page doesn't publish a lot.
Yeah. My personal page is it's all about memes, about sharing stuff that I feel that I should support, and where the real work is on Hot in Juba. Yeah.
You are you're the owner and kind of you're the owner and the founder of Hot in Juba.
As of this year, I am not entirely the owner, but I am the founder.
You're the founder.
Yeah, I can say I'm the founder.
But now the ownership is with
there's a company that is now owning the Hot in Juba as a brand, and I'm just the founder. Yeah, but I in the leadership role, I'm there at the top.
So it is what is Hot in Juba?
Well, Hot in Juba, simply we can put it as a news outlet. Yeah, because we have really evolved from being the tabloid to a national news outlet at this moment. We started as actually when we started Hot in Juba, there was another blog before Hot in Juba, but like I said earlier, like I don't like being known as the face of anything that I'm doing in public. So Hot in Juba, after I was known as the face of the first blog that I started.
Which one is that?
It's Talk of Juba.
Talk of Juba, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to be, because there's a lot of information that we were going to be publishing that is very I think I would say confidential. But given the fact that in this country it's sometimes publishing an information can put you into trouble, so I thought maybe let's start Hot in Juba and remain faceless behind. Yeah, faceless. Exactly, that's the word. So we started Hot in Juba without anybody knowing it has behind it. But as it evolved, as it grows and it became business, it was very important that
we show your face.
Yeah, we show our faces. Yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. And how was that process?
The process has been very hectic. You mean like the process of showing the faces?
Establishing it, yeah, establishing the whole Hot in Juba.
Me and my colleagues started Hot in Juba while I was in Nairobi studying. So you can tell it was very hard to do studies while you're blogging. So it was really challenging, but with the consistency that we had and the passion for what we were doing, This is why Hot in Juba is number one.
I mean, it started with a lot of rubbish. That's that's a fair judgment, right?
No.
It used to be like very like.
No, the thing is, when it comes to publishing news about public figures or personalities,
Yeah.
And people do not really want the bad publicity about them. Like when you are a public figure like yourself, you and we publish something about you, people would want to come for you and maybe settle things physically. So this is why people think that Hot in Juba was very bad. It started roughly. But this is how it is done all over the world.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm not judging it on that. Actually, that's fair game. I'm actually totally, people meme the hell out of me. Whatever they say, all kind of things. It's fair game.
But you understand because you understand the dynamics of the media, yes. And as a public figure,
the threshold is a bit different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but with South Sudan, it's totally different. You find someone who is a public figure, you write something about them in the media, becomes a big issue that becomes personal.
Do you have people who came for you personally?
A lot of people. I've been beaten, I've been arrested. So many things have happened, but these are the things that come with whatever human.
What is the example of something that kind of got you in trouble?
One time there's a story that we published and it got us into very serious trouble. That is with an individual. Me and my colleague were cornered somewhere in the city. It was in the evening. We got arrested, and we were taken to the MI detention center. And the rest is history. It was a very bad experience.
How long did you spend there?
We spent the night, and in the morning they told us to go. And when they were trying to investigate, they told us you should not be moving at night. That is because I was asking them what is the reason we were brought here, and they just told us, why are you moving at night? But eventually we found out that we were just framed by someone that we had a story published on the page, and I don't know what he did with the security guys that got to arrest us. So, but
do you think it was to send you a message?
Obviously, it is, but that cannot deter anyone that is determined to do something. Yeah.
What other kind of things did people say to you or try to intimidate you?
At the moment, there's this thing people say that whenever I go to these social places, and that is after I am known to be behind Hot in Juba, people freak out.
Oh, they think you're here. You're there to pick a story.
Yeah, and they be like, this Hot in Juba guy is within here, so people should behave.
So this is like clubs, what or any?
Yeah, but I tell them when I go out, like when I go to these social places, when I go to the events, I don't go to do coverage. I have people that do coverage, but myself, I do not go to do any coverage or go to record people and then come put it on Hot in Juba. I go to have fun and maybe attend these community events or any other event that I've been invited to. So people tend to have this fear when they see me anywhere that they should behave and they should not be themselves. Because I'm around, I may record them and put it out.
But do you record them and put it out?
I do not record it.
If someone sends you something, will you put it out?
Well, if it's something worth publishing, we'll put it out.
What is the kind of thing that is worth publishing for you?
Well, this is a thing. For us, we only publish things to do with public figures, and things that are already on the public domain. if your video doing whatever is on public domain and we pick it up, we are not the original source of that particular content. We picked it from whoever that shared it on internet, and we reshared it for a wider audience.
So you're not you. So then it's kind of, you say like it's not me who. But don't you think you're amplifying it?
Well, for a content that is already circulating, and there's a lot of public opinion about it, we have to amplify and see what people are saying about it. It's all about having to get people to talk about the issue, the content, that particular content, whatever issue that is happening in that content. We share it so that people have to discuss and talk about it. Yeah.
What is the thing that got like over the years? What are some of the things that got a lot of viewership?
Controversies. Controversies. Yeah, because everybody wants to know about the controversy. Everybody wants to know about secrets of other people. It's a nature of human being. You you see where we are right now, and we get to hear a fight at the next door. You would want to go and see, or you would go to one and hear what is happening. So people would want to know what is happening with others.
And you give them that.
We give them that.
Like what kind of things, scandalous things, do you think kind of like pop up?
Well, sometimes when people are fighting in public,
yes,
it doesn't. It's no longer a private issue. When you're fighting with someone, when you're getting physical with someone in public, it's that one becomes a public matter because you're fighting in public. So these are some of the things that are that people want to see.
And you pick it up.
We pick it up.
What do you have any infamous fights that kind of got?
I don't have any that I can.
I mean, the time I saw DJ Sen being roughed up from a stage.
This kind of content is what people want. Yeah, and you see the content, the video like the one for DJ Sent. For DJ Sent is a very understanding guy. He knows he's a musician. He's a very popular. He's a star, yeah. And for his video to go out there or somebody else posted it and we come and amplify it, for them he doesn't have an issue. But there's another group of people that they know they are stars, they know they are very famous, and they have such a video and you share it on internet, it becomes an issue. So it all comes to how people understand the showbiz and how you understand that you are a public figure and your life will be scrutinized anytime in public.
Do you think that the showbiz has changed over the years in your own eyes?
Yeah, it's really changing.
What kind is changing to in which ways?
Like how people respond to the content that we share, especially with a group of people that I call public figures or celebrities. A lot has changed, and I believe with time there's going to be more change and things are going to be better.
Yeah, I remember the time we published. I was the 2-on-1 Check guys published a report that showed that Juba is probably bigger than a lot of the mainstream media. What kind of attention did that bring to you?
Well, for years, Juba has been viewed as not credible. As a blog that tarnishes people's images. But with such reports that are being done independently, it's really giving us courage to do more, and it's also showing the public that that what we are doing is what people want. A lot of people are on our blogs and our pages viewing our content, and it shows that it's a kind of our ratings are.
No, the thing is that I mean I you know, I got into a lot of trouble. A lot of times I get into a lot of trouble with people because I from the beginning I was telling people like, hey, Hot in Juba is actually the best. At least they are like, they have the people's ears, and even in terms of breaking news, you get a lot of citizen journalism that, because a lot of people send you things, tag you.
I think most of our content is sent to us by because we've not employed people. It's just recently that we just invited young journalists that are studying at the universities to come and join us, and there's going to be a little payment that we're going to be giving them per an article. But all these years we've not had journalists. It's just me and my colleague publishing stuff that is being sent to us by
you get stuff
by the users.
Do you get things from the states?
Yeah. Which states?
Like from the different
within the country or United States?
Within the country.
Yeah, we get information from all over the country. But you know, the most important thing is that the information that we get has to go through some sort of scrutiny to verify whether this information is correct, whether this information is credible and worth publishing. We get a lot of information day in, day out.
What is your relationship with the mainstream or established media journalists, card-carrying members of the press?
You know, sometimes I don't like us being categorized as alternative media, because it's us and these guys that you are referring to, mainstream. We are doing the same thing. We are publishing the information. In fact, we sometimes we are publishing information that is going to be picked by these guys you're calling mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
We are all registered by Media Authority and other bodies that are registering companies in the country. So I don't see the reason why we should be categorized as alternative, and these are the guys as mainstream. But we are all we have not had much of a relationship with these guys you've just mentioned, because there's so many media trainings that are being done in the country, especially in Juba. And when you see people calling for applications to have individuals or representatives from the media outlets in the country coming to these trainings or whatever kind of meetings, we don't get invited.
You don't get invited for the workshops?
We don't get invited, but we don't really mind because our main focus right now is to build the brand that we have, and we are contented with the growth that we have achieved so far. So I don't really see what these trainings or workshops is going to add to our value.
So you think these workshops are a bit overblown?
I wouldn't say that, but if we are not invited, we will not come out and complain that we have not been invited to these, we have not been done this and that, because we chose to be independent, to do our own stuff without anybody interfering or anybody coming to support us. So this is what we've been doing for years.
But what do you think is the reason for you not getting invited or being involved in this?
I absolutely have no idea. But
do you think you deserve to be there on the table?
Obviously, listen to me, Kwaje. If we are the most visited blog in the country, when it comes to sharing information, anybody that would want to share information that they want to go to a lot of people, and we have the most popular blog in the country, then why are we not being invited to this? Yeah, because we are technically the most popular
in the country.
Yeah, in the country. So the information that people need, there is. I shouldn't be the person to answer this, but the maybe our readers.
Your readers.
Because there must be a reason for these people to come to our blog to read.
But they say that like a lot of why you get a lot of views because you don't have editorial policy. You push things too fast. You don't have to check. You don't have to do what. You probably lose. That's why you probably get.
I said earlier that any information that comes to us has to be verified. Maybe other blogs are not verifying that information because from the time we transitioned, from the time we got a certificate from Media Authority.
When did you get the certificate?
Our first certificate was in 2022.
And
2022.
So since
and then last year it was renewed.
Yeah.
So we've been licensed. If there's something wrong that we were doing, of course, Media Authority would be on our necks at the moment. But we've never got any complaint. Yeah. So it means we're doing good.
Do you think other mainstream media are trying to imitate you? Are trying to be more hot in Juba-ish?
Yes, they are.
You want to mention the name?
No.
In which way? What makes you think that they're trying to be like hot in Juba?
I have seen recently there are a few of them that are publishing a content that is almost identical to what we are doing.
In which sense?
Well, and to tell you the truth, some of these media outlets that you're calling mainstream are copying content from us. They would just go and modify it a little bit to suit their editorial guidelines, but the fact remains that they first got it from us. Even if they go call people, they like when there's a breaking news, they pick it from us. They go call the spokesperson of police or the spokesperson of the government to just get his comment. But this is a story that we had because we did not put the comments from.
Why didn't you?
We have verified, but we don't have to put it there. But
why? Because they're journalistic. You want to get both sides.
We get everything. We get both sides of the story. But our guidelines is that we don't have to publish a very long story. So if a story has legal implications, we will produce the sounds, we will produce the quotes of whoever we confirm the story from. But we don't put it there. We don't put it out there. We don't have to quote people because
but then that leaves it to me now for the audience to just be all spicy about the story because they don't have the full context.
The audience is as already believes us. So they know.
No, I mean, believes you how? But that's also a very tricky thing.
They know. Listen, they know we are a credible source of news. So anything we publish, they have trust in us. So they know.
But should they have trust in you, or should they have trust in the information?
But we are the one putting out the information, so they know the information.
If there is a fire in Lologo, and you say like, hey, look, there is fire in Lologo. These are the flames happen in this area.
Yes,
but then if another media house probably said like, hey, there is a fire in the logo and the cause of the fire was gas leakage or whatever it is, and the spokesperson of the police said the situation has been contained.
There is a fire, right?
Yeah.
And we put it out, there is a fire.
Yeah.
It means that we must have been in contact with an eyewitness or anybody that is at the scene of the situation. So why do we have to go to the police spokesperson who is not at the scene when we have spoken to somebody at the scene?
But then you have a bit of corroborated story that can because when you say that there is a fire and you put it like that, what you're doing, you're also doing at times you do dog whistling in media, where you kind of put something, your audience in the comments are going to be speculative. There is already what do you call it, a predominant narrative that your audience is going to pick.
Well, we will put out the information, and because this is something that is urgent. Sometimes the information we put out may even help. Like you said, fire. If there's a fire and we put out information and the authorities have not heard about it, how do you think that the fire people will get the information and go to put out the fire?
Do you think some of your stories give dog whistle in a manner, it communicates something subliminal? Then in the comments, people now go and start speculating. Do you think you put at times the stories very intentionally to spice the comments?
It's up to the reader. If you see a story from us and you go speculate by adding things that we've not said, then that becomes something else. It's not our business. But when you get a story from us, no, this is something that has happened and this is something that has been verified. Yes, and it is the truth.
What is your when you started first, you used to be really into posting ladies in a very suggestive way. Someone might even call your blog a bit like sexist, or trying to sell sex appeal.
No. What you're referring to is the photos that we post of models. A lot of times we share photos of South Sudanese models that are doing well in Europe, in America, and these are models doing their work. They would go do photography while they are in bikinis, and we want to show their work.
But some of these models even say like, "Hey, don't publish my stuff."
No, we have not had any of such. Yeah, we have not had any of such.
I do the catch was not very pleased.
Not with us. Another blog.
Which blog is that?
Because this other blog that was publishing our photos was actually, it was not just our photos, but it was about a relationship with someone. So the way they were publishing it was really disrespectful to her. And you've seen she came out and tried to sue people and was giving threats. But Adut has never come to us. Is that blog
a competitor of yours?
We don't have a competitor.
What do you think of Juba? They are saying clearly that they are more popular.
A lot of people like to compare us with Juba, but most of the time I like to ignore these questions, because Juba right now is doing something totally different from us. First of all, Juba is not registered.
But there's a time you were also not registered, and the mainstream media was saying that about you.
So it means we are totally different. If we are registered and they are not registered, we are very different. And the kind of content that they publish is totally different from what we publish. And we are more focused on news. And these guys you're talking about are kind doing comedy.
How?
You can see from their
they also
publications.
Do some breaking news. They do breaking news about some issues also.
Nelson, I'm telling you, we have guidelines, and these other guys do not have guidelines. They just have admins that just go and publish whatever that is in their mind.
Do you think your audience at times runs to them to get a bit spicy?
Lately, we are. From I think last 2 months we have had Facebook striking our post, which I believe was totally misguided. It was by mistake, and after that
the views have been a bit low.
Yeah, our I admit, our views came down, and we tried to solve that with Facebook, and right now we are back up. Yeah. So people were speculating that Hot in Juba is going to die, and Juba I is now taking over, which is not the truth. The comparison is totally misplaced. We're totally different.
You think they're less? You have more quality they don't have it.
Quality, yeah, exactly.
Do you mean do you mean the Juba I people?
Yeah. The guys behind it. I actually have to say this today. The guy behind it is my prodigy.
The guy behind it is your prodigy. Prodigy gone wrong.
Yeah.
You trained him?
It's someone that I trained. It's someone that got inspired by me and broke away, and then went and started.
Why did the person break away?
Well, initially, you see, this guy was working with us, and because you see, sometimes you, as an editor, you need to flex muscles when your employees are not respecting the guidelines or not doing as you expected. So we removed this guy from our team, and maybe he was not happy, and he went on and started his own.
Did he come back and tell you, like, look at me now?
He does that a lot, but he does that a lot. But
do you think this is a situation where, like, the student outshining the master?
Nobody is being outshined here. He's not outshining us.
He's not?
Yeah. Well, listen.
Does he think he's outshining you?
Listen, because I said earlier that we had a strike that really messed with our views. But I believe you know the 2-on-1 guys. They from next month they can go and check and check the statistics.
It's going to be
because the issue that we had with Facebook has been resolved. At this moment, we have a direct contact with Facebook, and if there's an issue, it has to be, because what got us into an issue was there's a certain post that we made, and with this system of Facebook, what do they call it? Algorithm.
Algorithm.
Yeah. They sometimes they make mistakes. Yeah. So they flagged one of our posts, and we appealed, and it was the restriction was lifted, and we're back on track.
Okay. That sounds like a very cool. What I see you do a lot of ads on your page. Like, what kind of revenue do you make?
Well, you see, in everything you do, there is a business aspect of the media. So with the huge audience that we have, we've got people and companies approaching us to utilize our huge audience, and this is very important, by the way, because the audience we have is something a lot of advertisers can benefit from. So we have a lot of people that are approaching us. They want their products, they want their services to be advertised. So, and this is how we sustain our blog. Without that, because there's no NGO that is giving us a grant to run the blog, just like the other media outlets in the country. So
you think the other media outlets, without the NGOs, they would not be there?
They would not. They would not be at our level, trust me. But for us, we are independent and we are doing it commercially. Yeah. So even without much support, because the arts revenue that we get is you cannot compare it to to a media outlet that is being funded by US aid, being funded by Internews.
You're talking about a specific media house?
No, but a lot of media outlets in the country are being funded by these Western organizations.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the commercial radio stations and maybe SSBC that is doing the stuff independently. But without that, you would not call some of the media outlets in the country as the top ones if they do not have support from these organizations.
So you think the independent commercial media landscape in South Sudan is a bit?
It's I would say it's really.
Would you are you the most influential digital media person in the country?
No,
South Sudan?
I am not. I'm not.
Someone will say you are.
Maybe Hot in Juba is the most influential.
Yeah, but I mean,
media.
you influence decisions on Hot in Juba.
I do, but I'm not in the public.
No, I mean, like by saying you're the most influential, I don't mean you as your face, but I mean your decisions.
I would let other people say that, but not me, because I don't see. But I have people that have inspired, but that would not make me the most influential.
Are you and do you think you're disliked? There are a lot of people when I tell them like, hey, that's Mariak, or I share your post with people like, hey, that is disgusting guy.
Yeah, but you see, in everything you do in life, there are people that will not like.
And people say like you're a sexist, you're a misogynist.
What do you mean sexist?
Misogynist.
No.
Say you're misogynist.
I support women. We in our blog there's an initiative that we run annually that is promoting women on International Women's Day, and I've not had a particular incident where I've been accused of doing bad things to the women. I support women 100%.
And this is your content. Paint some women in a light that is a bit sexist.
No.
What about people who come and complain to me, say like, this guy ruined my image? Yeah.
That is what they believe. But I believe I would say 90% of people that read our content love what we are doing. 10% because of their personal reasons.
Just because you love what you're doing, does it mean it is good? Does it mean it's morally good?
If majority of people like what I'm doing, it's good.
Yeah.
If majority of the people like it,
then
it's good.
It's good to the society?
That's good to the society, yeah. You don't think so?
No, I mean, like someone could be doing something that is extremely faulty.
Like I said, Nelson, there are people that will not like what you're doing for their whatever reason. But if majority of the people like it, then that is giving us a motivation to carry on with what you are doing.
Let me talk about your relationship with John Frog.
Mm-hmm. What about
you're his manager, or you used to be?
John Frog is my relative. And when he was blowing up, I thought of trying to help him. And in fact we started from the bottom to where we are right now.
How bottom?
Because from deep down there at the bottom. So I started pushing him through Hot in Juba, as he was nobody, because he's because he's my relative. Whatever trash he's doing, I would and
he was doing trash.
I would be biased because he's my relative. Well, as somebody is coming up, you grow and learn a lot of things. You're not perfect when you're starting as a musician. So when he blew up, I felt it was very important that I need to put him in a very organized way of doing things, because he had nobody to, and Actually, he had people that were trying to manage him, but they had a lot of differences. So I stepped in and said, since this is somebody that I tried to help when he was coming up, maybe I should, business-wise, maybe I should try to help him. But he has a manager that is a personal manager. But for me, when it comes to business, I would be the one sent out to go and negotiate businesses and stuff. That is why you don't see me traveling with him abroad to go and when he's going to perform, because I'm busy. Yeah. But I help him business wise.
What do you think of him?
He's good
as an artist.
He's good. He's perfect. Right now, he's good. And you yourself, he's been trying very hard, and he's still going harder, and he's doing very well regionally, and he's internationally is doing well.
Do you think he's probably the biggest act currently in the country?
Yes, he's the biggest.
He's our representative to the region. Yeah. He's our expert.
Yeah, because he's gone out. He's done collabos with a lot of regional musicians, and he has done shows outside the country, outside the region. And I don't think any other artist in the country has done that.
But a lot of artists will say, trash that. Who is John Frog? Why do you think that is?
Well, numbers don't lie, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And when you see the collabos that he has done with regional artists, no any other artist in the country that has done that. John Frog has done a collabo with Eddie Kenzo. Harmonize. He has done recently with Iyanya from Nigeria. He's done a collabo with Bruce Melody from Rwanda. And there's another one coming soon with that one is a surprise with another big Tanzanian artist. And with this catalog, I don't know if you can give me any name in the country that has done this kind of work with any artist that is not from the country.
What do you think makes him? Because he doesn't have a lot of music. He has few music that is hitting in the club, but he doesn't have a lot of music. Like it's not. I don't think John Frog has like 30 songs.
Well, you see, the quality of music matters. You can make 1,000 songs, but if none of your songs
are you talking about someone in particular?
No. I'm actually very friendly to most of the artists in the country because of the nature of the work that I'm doing. Yeah. A lot of these guys come to me. They want publicity from my blog, so I don't really have grudges with anyone. But each one of all these musicians in the country is doing well, but not to the level of John Frog.
What do you think of the artist beefs that go? You guys publish a lot of it. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that? The beefs.
Well, I think it's healthy as long as it does not really involve physical fights or people going to jail. For the industry, personally, I think it's a
good thing.
It's good, yeah.
How much of it is true? How much of it is actual I dislike you, and how much of it is play?
Well, the most recent one is actually real. It's
real, huh?
Yeah.
They actually hate their guts.
Yeah. I don't know if they call that hate, but it's a real beef. But some of the controversies that you've been seeing are created for the showbiz. Yeah, but the most recent one, real, because if you're doing something for showbiz, for example, Quincy and Quincy and Silver X.
Yeah,
you're talking about somebody's wife saying that she's old. You're talking about somebody's husband saying that he's very old. I don't think that would really would really be in the category of the showbiz.
Yeah.
That is very serious and personal.
So do you think the one for MT7 and team manager, that's a bit of showbiz?
It's a showbiz.
Because they play football on Saturday together.
Yeah, that one is clear.
But they sell but they use it to sell.
They but sometimes I think that there should be a limit to these showbiz.
The showbiz, huh?
Showbiz. Yeah, because you're misleading your fan. If you want to hit, you have to make quality songs. You have to make good songs.
So this business of using controversy to sell,
I don't really support it, to be honest, because it's like you're fooling your fans that you're banking on to be people that are supporting you. You're trying to fool them that you have a feud with this guy and this guy, which is in real sense there's nothing.
What? Yeah,
there's so many ways to sell and make your name trend. And we're not creating fake.
What do you think of Anyariel? Do you think he's a one-hit wonder, or do you think he's going to be sustainable?
Right now he has been unleashing hit songs, so we cannot say he's a one-hit wonder. And his fans are loving him because of his style, very unique. So he's going to go far.
What about John Bagara?
He's nowhere. That one.
You think John Bagara is a one-hit wonder?
That is the one you can describe as a one-hit wonder, because after his hit song, we've not heard of any other song that he has done that is doing well in the airwaves at the moment. So he's definitely a one-hit wonder.
So do you think you are a political person?
No, I am not.
Do you think your platform is
a political platform?
Do you think your platform is a political platform?
It is not, but as a media, we are not really confined not to work with political with politicians. So
in this lawyers thing, have you guys been approached? Are you guys publicizing for any side?
Is that what?
In the bar situation thing, the bar situation.
The lawyers.
Yeah.
No. I actually I've got calls from one of the groups.
Yeah.
That is publishing an information about their candidacy.
Yeah.
We've made discussions and we could not agree on some terms. So
money,
just some business terms.
No, I wouldn't say money. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. But you think if they give you the cash, you will push a candidate?
Obviously, as an advertisement.
What about the youth union thing?
Yeah, they approached us. They actually, I talked to the people that are organizing these elections today, and they wanted us to help them with the media publicity, and we are still discussing that. And but we are obligated to share whoever is going to win the election. Yeah. That is something.
Whoever is going to win, or after they win.
Yeah, after someone has won, that is going to be a news to us. So we'll share that as news. But their campaigns, someone has to pay.
And if they pay, you pay to play.
Yeah, you come to our platform. You want to campaign on our platform, you pay for that.
Do you think will you guys also do that for the national election that's coming?
Yeah, we are anticipating that. Yeah, we are waiting for that.
Do you have a candidate?
No. I am going to vote if there's going to be elections. I will vote, but that is now that's a private matter.
Do you think
because I know who I'm going to vote?
Who is holding you is going to push for who?
I'll not push for anybody.
If someone pays you?
Anybody that pays, we advertise. We're not pushing. We advertise. We put out their manifestos, their agendas, and whatever they want to do for the people. It's very important also.
Yeah.
Because most of our audience are going to be voters, and they would want to see what these leaders want to do for them. So us publishing what their agendas and manifestos is very important to the populace.
Are there any things that you will not publish, or you have rejected publishing?
Yeah, there's a lot that we reject.
What kind of things?
Well, mostly there are people. You see the way our social media is designed here in South Sudan. Someone that is not pleased with a politician or anybody in a public office would come to us and would want to disparage that individual with no basis, with no evidence of whatever they are saying. So such information we reject such information. They would come to us with a lot of money. They would want to do such, because such things have legal implications. Even if they don't come back to us, they may go back to them. Or even at worst, some of these issues can come to us and give us issues. So ethically, we are not allowed to share such information.
So there are a lot of people who will want to come and do character assassination for someone.
There is a lot, and if we were doing that, I would be having a 5-story apartment
because the people pay.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to pay money to say bad things about people. Just say very bad things about people.
Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. People have their own personal grudges with whoever they want to talk bad about.
Yeah. Mariak, thank you for being the first guest on the RecentPast podcast. This is really a recent past. Until recent as last week. I think the work that you're doing is definitely, I think I can say like the work you're doing is very commendable, especially in terms of the media landscape. Some of these things will probably open doors for more people in the future. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I couldn't be more grateful for your time.
Yeah, I'm very glad to be the first to be hosted after the comeback of your podcast. I'm actually a fan of your past blog. Yeah. I mean, the vlog. Yeah,
the vlog. Yeah.
I've watched all the episodes and I was waiting for my time, but I could not just call you and say, why can't you put me on? But I'm glad that you've reached out and I hope whatever we've talked about here will help change anything.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you so much.